1. Track your diet. Eating fewer calories than you burn will help you lose weight. It's that simple, Dr. Seltzer says. But you need to know your patterns before you can make a plan. To assess how much you're actually eating to maintain your current weight, Dr. Seltzer recommends using MyFitnessPal. Just input whatever you eat, and be honest. The app will calculate your daily calorie intake without judgment, or any math on your end. No food is inherently good or bad, Dr. Seltzer says. To focus on plants. In a smallish study of more than 1,000 people, published in the Journal of General Internal Medicine, researchers found those following vegetarian and vegan diets, rich in whole grains, fruits, produce, nuts, and legumes, lost more weight than dieters on other plans, even the low-carb Atkins diet over the same time span. The researchers hypothesized that participants who abstained from animal products dropped significantly more pounds since plant-based foods include loads of filling fiber and slow-to-digest complex carbs. Though more research is needed to confirm these results, the study authors write, vegetarian diets appeared to have significant benefits on weight reduction compared to non-vegetarian diets. Or make super small food swaps. If you've been eating fast food for years, get real about your approach. You're probably not going to stick to an organic, gluten-free, paleo overhaul for very long. You want to change as little as possible to create calorie deficit, says Dr. Seltzer, who insists the best way to support sustainable weight loss is to incorporate small changes into existing habits. So instead of giving up your daily BLT bagels in favor of an egg white wrap, try ordering your sandwich on a lighter English muffin. Or say you eat a snack bar every afternoon, swap your 300-calorie bar for a 150-calorie alternative. Your brain will feel the same way about it, so you won't feel deprived, he says. Five. Go ahead. Eat your largest meal at night. Also, some research shows that the human body is primed to consume most of its calories during daylight hours. But the lifestyle is problematic for many, because family meals and dinners with friends often are scheduled for after sunset. People who try to stop eating after 7 p.m. can't do it every day for the rest of their lives, says Dr. Seltzer, who supports an alternative strategy, eating a hearty meal at your regular dinner time. 6. Get your protein from lean food sources. Dietary protein is one of the most important tools in your weight loss arsenal, partly because you expend more energy digesting protein versus carbs and fat, Dr. Seltzer says. But it's often packaged with naturally occurring fats that amp up the calories of each serving. It's while leaner protein sources like chicken breast, white fish, and low-fat dairy have fewer calories than alternatives like bacon and burgers. Greek yogurt, cheese, and cottage cheese also make smart choices. 7. Pair protein with sweets. When eaten by itself, candy and other sugary foods flood the bloodstream and clear out quickly, leaving you hungry again or tired, Dr. Seltzer explains. Protein slows the release of sugar into the bloodstream so you can get your fix and feel satiated for longer. And opt for carbs with higher fiber content. Like protein, fiber slows the rate at which your body plows through carb calories so you feel full for longer and maintain steadier blood sugar levels, one reason why research consistently links fiber intake to weight loss. That means fibrous whole grain bread tends to be a better choice than white bread, and also explains why fruits, which contain fiber and valuable vitamins in addition to sugar, beat straight up candy every time. 9. Drink more water. Skimp on fluids, and your body will release an antidiuretic hormone that leads to water retention that could affect the scale, Dr. Seltzer says. While this sneaky effect is one reason why the scale is a poor measure of body mass loss, you can outsmart it by drinking more, particularly if you fill your glass with water or non-calorie alternatives like unsweetened coffee and tea. Imbibe just a little bit less. Booze delivers 7 calories per gram more than carbs and protein, 4 calories per gram, without filling you up or delivering essential nutrients. And because it chips away at your inhibitions, it makes those French fries at the bar look way better, and that late-night pizza stop a dough. Make a real effort to manage stress. Anytime you're stressed, you probably go for food, Dr. Seltzer says. Have we met? That's because cortisol, the stress hormone, stokes your appetite for sugary, fatty foods. No wonder it's associated with higher body weight, according to a 2007 obesity study that quantified chronic stress exposure by looking at cortisol concentrations in more than 2,000 adults' hair. 12. Sleep an extra 30 minutes a night. Poor sleep is associated with slower metabolism, and the more you're awake the more hours you have to eat, Dr. Seltzer says. What's more, the sleep deprivation activates the same brain receptors responsible for the marijuana munchies, according to a 2016 sleep study. Exercise, but not excessively. Although it's way more fun to take up a tolerable activity, i.e., watching Netflix on the elliptical, than it is to drop tasty foods from your diet, exercise won't help you lose weight in 1 week, Dr. Seltzer says. After all, resistance training might initially contribute a pound or 2 due to the body's inflammatory response, and people who do low-intensity exercise might burn calories, but they'd often end up eating more or subconsciously moving less throughout the day to conserve energy, he says, and research supports the theory. Real talk, it could take weeks or months to see the metabolic effects of exercise on the scale, and even then, building muscle, which is denser than body fat, could lead to weight gain. Do what you like because it's good for you, Dr. Seltzer says, noting the way exercise is awesome for your heart, mental health, and more, and that not all measure of progress can be seen on the scale. Have all the sex. In what is perhaps the biggest buzzkill of all time, sex doesn't quite count as cardio or burn a significant amount of calories. Women burn about 3.6 per minute. It's still a good idea, Dr. Seltzer says, citing the activity's other benefits, like increasing the output of the neurotransmitters serotonin and dopamine, which naturally reduce food cravings.
We can make a wildfire getaway.